So you see what you can do, right? You have a chance to see that this becomes one of the things that you can do with all of your material. And I don't care what it is, you have a chance to move it in the direction that you want it to be moved in. Here's a chapter 5. The chapter 5 starts off with, why aren't you hungry enough? Now, imagine if you're doing just a call. Why aren't you hungry enough? What's happening? Why are you not getting out there and making stuff happen? In this particular case, the book that I was in the book version of this, I was making that request that sometimes you have to create the hunger for yourself. It doesn't always come, it doesn't always stay, but if you are out there doing specific things, and I go into how to do this. Now, because we are in the visual way, and you're hearing this, and you could sometimes, or you're seeing this, you literally could, from that one piece of content, just create forever, right? Right now I'm doing a video, it's going to be a couple of minutes long. I can do snippets, I can take it and take that video from the PowerPoint that was from the book or piece of writing. Doesn't have to be a whole book. Now, what else could you do with that? Could you use that as lead magnets? Could you give it away? Could you use it as intros to courses? All kinds of stuff. These are the kind of things that I talk about consistently and constantly in a lot of the courses that I create. Because here's the big deal. I want you out there creating material. Nobody's going to do that part for you. Well, I mean, outside of if you hire it out. But if you create it, now let me show you that you can take it and just do so many different cool things with it. That's what becomes super duper fun. And that's what becomes the way that you can now grow your audience in so many different ways. Now imagine this. You wrote the book, or you wrote just a piece of writing. You put a little PowerPoint behind it, or you hired that out, however you want to leverage yourself. And then now you're taking it and we're doing a video on that process. Are you kidding me? Tell me you can't do that. If you can't do it, I'll be more than happy to show you how to do it. When we are out there creating digital real estate and online properties, trust when I say this, everybody, it doesn't take a lot. What it does take is literally sitting your butt in the chair, like I talked about in the last chapter. Is sitting your butt in the chair and getting it done. Sitting still enough that you can now get this stuff out. And once out, boom, you can chop it up. And you can start making all these little pieces of it that work for you. That makes sense a little bit? All right, let's go ahead and stop here because I want to go to another chapter and I want to show you something. I'll come back in a second. All right, as you see that this goes on and on all the way through the chapters. Now, what I happen to be doing is going through the chapters, checking out the spelling spelling errors that I found from the person that did it for me, and then just kind of fixing it up, and then I'll release it. I'm probably going to release this as a free tool because it was a little while since I did the book, or I might just do, I don't know, maybe a summary of the actual book itself, right? Why wait for others to do summaries, right? You got Blinkist out there that's taking your material and creating these darn summaries from it, and you're not getting paid. Forget that. Create your own summary. If you write a book, create the summary. Do it in a visual way so you give people another option to get into your material, right? Is this super simple? I don't want to make it seem like it's super simple because, well, I've been doing it a little while, but I have learned that if we just sit our butts down and create, oh my gosh, so many good things can come from that. And hopefully you're able to see that this is the same way and you can do the same thing. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. And I just want to wrap this up by, again, hey, hit the bell notification, hit the subscribe button. I want you in this channel. I want you seeing some of the stuff that I put out there. I'm constantly, and I mean constantly, putting out material that I believe that can help you. Right? If you're a stay-at-home person and you want to, try to earn from home, all of these little components, all these little things that I'm showing you will allow you to do just that. All right. Let me go ahead and define your hunger. Tell you this part. Let me tell you this part. Define your hunger, right? Now, this is one of the pieces that I put in the chapter. It really talks about recalling a time when your desires have compelled you on when all signs pointed towards failure, right? When your desires compelled you, when all signs pointed to failure. Now, I'm just repeating what I had wrote in the book. But one of the other things you have a chance to do when you're repurposing your content is emotionalize it a little bit, right? I tell you the truth, man, even though I still read a lot, I really don't want to. Because, I mean, you're sitting there with the books, right? And you're kind of going, you're thumbing through them. You're like, oh, my God, right? Do I really have the patience to do this? But imagine if somebody came on and says, listen, we're going to be going through this book. And we're going to do it in a visual way. I'm going to be pulling out and emphasizing certain things. Now, that's what you don't even get in an audiobook, right? Because sometimes these audiobooks can get long and drab and the whole deal, right? But imagine if you're doing something like this. I'm telling you, I'm going to show you all of this stuff, man. I'm going to put some stuff in the description field for you. You can grab the link to me showing you how to do this stuff. Get over there. Let's get this stuff going so you can start creating for yourself. All right. Hey, listen, let's talk again on the next video.